Good. All right, I'm gonna jump right on into it. It's your girl Erica Taz. I apologize in advance for my poor lighting. Okay, I hope that you guys can still see me and you get the messages very loud and clear. If you caught my previous video or a short that I did today, then you may know that my video tonight I'm going to be talking about, are we afraid to be seen? So, as a content creator, first of all, I've always wanted to be a content creator or someone who was like a huge podcaster or doing very well on YouTube. Um, Although, believe it or not, I don't know if you could tell, maybe some of you can tell that getting on here is sometimes nerve wracking for me, because I'm still kind of like breaking away from certain type of belief systems and programming, like always wondering or if people are going to enjoy the content, if it's going to resonate with them, if they're going to even care about what I'm saying, if they find it entertaining in any way. So I have to constantly remind myself that I'm doing this first and foremost for me. Now, when I say for me, I mean, well, one, I'm putting myself out there because I believe that all of us are here for a purpose, right? So when I do it for me, that means that I'm walking in my purpose and I am participating in my passion. So if you caught the beginning, my passion is to be on here talking to you guys, is creating content for people to view and to connect with. So I love making connections, even though I'm kind of introverted. Okay, I introvert, extrovert, a bit of both, but mostly the first part, right? So even though I'm an introvert, I do love connecting with people. I do love impacting people in a positive way. A lot of videos on YouTube have helped me when I wasn't feeling my best, help uplift me, helped me find which spiritual journey I truly wanted to be on or that aligned with me. So if it wasn't, I'm gonna just say it, even though it sounds like very like corny, but if it wasn't for YouTube, I would still probably be trying to figure out, what I really wanted to do, and I would kind of be lost in trying to figure out what aligns with me spiritually. Okay. So I grew up in a household. I'm totally like pivoting off of something else. And if anybody else can resonate with this too, let me know in the comments. But I grew up in a household that we weren't religious, but it was passed on, to us, me and my siblings, to believe in God and we should go to church and, praise and worship and those things. And at first I had such a, like an excitement about learning about God and Jesus and things of that nature. And as I grew older and recognized things about myself that was true to me that kind of contradicted what I was supposed to follow in my religious belief, I started having issues with religion, right? With organized religion and Christianity, because it made me feel like parts of me didn't belong or wasn't, how can I express it? That I couldn't be a Christian and be all of who I was. So for years, I fought with that, trying to figure out where I do fit in. I believe in God. I love being around other people when they're practicing their religion and Christianity, but I just know that there's just something else that I may align with more. So flash forward at 42, I'm embarking on my spirituality journey, being a Black spiritualist, and then learning about, the universal laws. And I feel like I found, my true belief system after all these years. So maybe that's a message for somebody, because it's totally off the topic that I'm supposed to be talking about today or tonight. But yeah, so it's never too late to find out what really aligns with you. So I started off with saying how, although I can be very introverted, a little bit timid, awkward a lot, right? I've always wanted to be a content creator. I've always wanted to be like a huge podcaster or huge YouTuber. And in order to achieve that goal, you know, that passion or whatever, you got to start somewhere. So you got to believe in yourself and you have to face your fear. You can't just be too afraid to start. Okay. So they tell you to start scared or do it scared. So that's what your girl doing now. What's up, Sheldon? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to wave hi. I see you guys in here in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. So I wrote down some notes because I wanted to have. What's up, Chippy? I see you. How do I wave, y'all? Y'all gotta help y'all girl out. I'm a novice with the YouTube lives. Tonight's question: are you scared of being seen? Okay. So I already expressed a bit of why I'm scared to be seen, because I'm not gonna say timid, but I'm a bit introverted. I'm not used to like having a spotlight on me. I like to kind of like observe folks and not really be in the spotlight as much. Even though the last couple of years of my life, I have been putting myself more so in the light in the on the forefront. Even though it's hard for me, but I keep fighting through it. Oh, I just talk. Okay, thank you. Just say Julian. Okay, what's up, Julian? I see you. I see Curry up in the building. All right. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for anybody who has subbed on here and who's showing love. So, are you afraid of being seen? And you guys can answer too and let me know. And as the comments come in, and if they're positive, I'll definitely read them. I appreciate y'all being here with your girl Erica Taz. So, I wrote some notes down because I like to be as prepared as possible to give you guys some information. If you see my videos, usually have messages or kind of uplifting, right? So we are often afraid to be vulnerable because our deepest fears are tied to being seen as flawed, inadequate, or unlovable. So, wow, that's deep, right? Let me know if you agree with that statement. So, being vulnerable, what I'm doing right now, like talking on a live, I'm not very used to going live on YouTube, but I felt like, hey, this is something I want to be a part of and do, so I got to do it, right? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, this is a great message too, even if you are at the ages that you guys are stating. But yeah, we got to raise them up. So definitely hope this helps you guys. So being vulnerable. So sharing yourself. I shared a video of me dancing a little while ago and I posted it on here. That was very vulnerable for me because there's things that I struggle with, like what people perceive as flaws. Like maybe you're a dancer and you're of a certain size and you feel like people are going to judge you if you post a video of you dancing. Or maybe you're not a dancer who has a professional background. So people will judge you who are more professional than you are and you feel like you're not as seasoned. Maybe you don't feel like people will love what you do and that people would just diss it or think that is whack or something like that. So these are some of the reasons why we are scared to show ourselves. But what I want you guys to understand is that yeah, there may be people who will diss you. There may be people who won't like what you're doing. There may be people that judge what you do or how you share your passions or what you love to do. But just remember that the most important thing is you doing it for you. So God, source energy, higher power, they put this passion in your heart, and the fire in you that makes you want to do it in the first place. If you weren't meant to do it, then you will never feel that feeling in your body to do it, to pursue it. Dance might not be the thing for you that sets a fire inside of you, but the thing that does, you should pursue it. There's going to be critics no matter what. So just expect that when you're being vulnerable. So Sorry. So just expect that when you're being vulnerable, guys, but please don't let it deter you because a lot of times, sometimes people are just projecting your own insecurities. So what that means is the things that we tell ourselves on the inside, what kind of makes us too scared or afraid to like put ourselves out there, we can kind of like exude that energy, put that energy out there, and then people will start speaking to those insecurities. When really deep down, you are the light because you put yourself out there. You are actually more brave than and bold than a lot of people who just sit on their skills, talents, or the things that they love. Okay, so and no matter how it comes out or how other people perceive it, just the fact that you believing in yourself and doing it and taking that steps and being courageous, that alone is a light that more people in the world need to see. Okay, so where there may be a lot of, I'm gonna just use the word darkness. That's okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Where there might be a lot of darkness around you, and I don't want to say that it's like a fear thing. Um just know that you can be the light and you can help impact people. They might not they might not say it to you or give you the acknowledgement that you actually brought light into their day or into their life, but none of that should matter either. Okay, because we're not going to focus on the opinions of others, and that's good or bad. And I read that in the Four Agreements. If you haven't read that book already, I definitely recommend you reading that. But yes, this is why we don't take anything personally, good or bad. Okay, and you might wonder like, okay, why not take a good compliment personally? Because can you imagine if you had 10 great compliments all day and then you get that one negative compliment? It could probably throw off, the rest of your evening. You could forget about all of those other great comments just because of that one negative one. So if you just be neutral and just not worry about anything that anyone says about you and just know truly what you embody yourself, and that's going to come with time. Okay, I'm 42 and I'm still learning that. So just don't take anything that someone says to heart or seriously. Most of the time it is a projection of either how they feel or insecurity that you notice within yourself that they may be shedding some light on. Let's see what we got. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. So this your girl Erica Taz. We're talking about, are you afraid to be seen? So yes, the answer for me is absolutely yes. Put it in the comments what your answer is. I apologize for my lighting. Please, guys, bear with me with that. And I'm also getting more used to going live. So I'm still working out the jitters, okay, of being live on here. So I'm gonna break down some of the primary reasons that we're scared to show ourselves. We're scared to be seen. Okay, and you let me know which one resonates with you. So one is the fear of judgment and rejection, and we just talked about this for a little bit, right? So we're worrying about people seeing our flaws, our insecurities, and then judging us harshly because of that, or rejecting us completely. Okay, there's been plenty of spaces that I felt completely rejected and they were spaces that it was hard for me to deal with that rejection because I've always felt like I should be a part of these communities my whole life. And I'm not saying that in an egotistical way, but like, say for instance with dance, if you grew up your whole life loving dance and dance being a sacred place for you, a way for you to escape, a way for you to express yourself. So imagine trying to be a part of that community and feeling rejected or like an outsider. And even as somebody who has her own dance competition show, and this year will be my 5th year, I still feel like an outsider when it comes to dance in my city. But again, I have to learn not to take those things personally and just continue to do what I'm called to do. Obviously, I've been called to have this type of show in my community, show this type of dance or movement, and to inspire someone else to create what their vision is as well. Everybody's vision is different. Everybody's walk and purpose in life is completely different. Even if our purposes are similar, our passions are similar, our like journey is definitely completely unique. Okay. So self-consciousness. All right. Being overly critical, your inner monologue, projecting your negative self-talk onto others. We believe others will see us as we see our worst selves. Okay. So that is part of self consciousness. So that's what I mean. When you may be performing or sharing your work or going live like me, you may feel like people are just focusing on your flaws, or people are not really connecting with what you're doing. And that could be our self consciousness. So sometimes our inner monologue of what we say to ourselves, like if you're not pouring into yourself in a positive way and you're just like, I don't know if I'm really meant to do this, or I guess, I should do this. That's going to show. That's going to show in how you put yourself out there, and is going to be felt by others that experience you. Okay. And again, I'm working through this. So as I'm reading this to you guys, I'm still applying it to myself. Like even while I'm going live now, it's still a bit of nervousness. I don't know why, because I can have this a conversation a million times to myself or to friends, but just knowing that complete strangers are tuning in, and then I'm judging that my lighting isn't all great. Like I'm literally living out the things that we're expressing tonight about why we can be scared to show ourselves, because we don't want to be judged. At the end of the day, we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be shunned, and we still need to work on our self-confidence, that and self-consciousness as well. That's just the bottom line. It's really what it is, right? Past experiences. Maybe you have gone through a time where someone laughed at you, someone was being very critical, or you were rejected. Okay. There could have been a time that you were completely confident in what you did and still got judged or ridiculed for it. So that is going to create a type of like memory in you. So then when you go to do those things again, you might start feeling afraid to do them. You might start feeling that fear, okay, that I'm going to get laughed at again, that I'm going to be rejected. Possibly I'm going to be overly criticized. I'm going to be criticized. So sometimes when we have experienced something in the past, it can make us too afraid to try to do it again or go after it again. But I can tell you, as a person who is going on this journey, I'm a living proof that as you continue to do things that you're truly called to do and as part of your purpose, that you're going to meet people. You could perform something and two people have two totally different reactions to what you did. One person could not resonate with it, completely reject it, not pay attention to it. And another person can come up to you and tell you that how much your piece or what you did touched them and inspired them. So keep going. Okay. And not that we should use either of those responses to kind of fuel what we do. All of our fuel should come from our inner self. So do it because you love it, not because you're praised for it, not because you're trying to defy people or like, hey, I'm shoving this in your face, I'm going to do this anyway. Even though that could be a motivating factor. I don't know. I mean, I used to kind of be motivated by that as well. But no, do it all in love. At the end of the day, that is what's going to reign supreme. Love is above all. Love is truly supreme. So do what you do strictly because you love to do it. I'm telling you. Don't worry about, like I said, the past experiences. The next thing is social validation. Sometimes we're afraid to show ourselves because we're afraid that what is the word for it? Damn, I can't. The word is like here, but it left me. Society. Damn. How am I? So sometimes we're too worried about what society is going to say about what we have to do, what they're going to say about our opinions. If you have an unpopular opinion, what are they going to say about how we look? What are they going to say about the way we're expressing ourselves? Okay. Those are some things or reasons why we're afraid to show ourselves. Okay. But we have to really get away from that, of what society, a lot of people are walking around programmed. They're programmed to believe believe what is popular or what is acceptable, okay? But you truly have to break the mold. Have you ever done something that was so different and you were ridiculed for it just to later see it be done years later and people all accept it and you like, what the fuck? Okay. When I was wearing skulls and crossbones, y'all looked at me like I was weird. And now it's like everybody's doing it. Okay. That's a personal story. All right. But anyway, yeah, middle school, right? Crazy. Then years later, everybody wants to, like, the emo look was in. When I was doing emo, it was like my mom was worried. Okay. But anyway, many of us have a deep seated need to be liked and accepted. We build a persona that we believe others will find appealing, and we fear that revealing our true selves will shatter this will shatter this carefully constructed image. So exactly what I was saying. What's up, Shani the Goddess? So this is like this little hand for me to say hi, but I don't know how to do it. So yes, when we need to be validated socially, against society, accepting what we do, okay, if we decide to do something we feel like won't be accepted, it makes us afraid, makes us scared to show our true self. And we have to understand that we can go against the status quo. Why would you want to be like everyone else anyway? And then the kind of catch 22 is that someone broke the mold that created the prototype for people to follow. Okay. So people are not following other people that are just like them. They're following someone who's different. So I feel like at the end of the day, just be different. Some people may follow you, some people won't, but at least you're being yourself. If you lived your whole life just being what you see as an example of what to be from somebody else, then you truly lose yourself. You'll get older and then realize that you never truly lived your life at all. You lived the life that you thought that you were supposed to live, that you were programmed to believe was it. Okay, so that's why social validation is keeping us from being ourselves, guys. It's definitely making us afraid to be who we are. So what else we got here? People pleasing. Okay, hallelujah, hallelujah. Somebody got to say it. We still out here, people. I'm gonna close the book because I can do a whole book myself on people pleasing, but we have to close the book. We have to close the door with people pleasing. You don't know how many people in life that personally that I have encountered, and they're much older now and they lived their whole life for their parents, or they lived their whole life for because of their family's belief system, even whether it be religious or just whether it be cultural, and even documentaries. So even if it's not someone's personal in your life, but if you're watching something, I watched a documentary where, yes, some folks lived in areas that were pretty conservative and could never live their true life because of it, because they were too worried about how they would be perceived. They wouldn't be accepted by their or accepted by their own communities. Okay, so I think that's pretty sad, that when people don't get to live their true life, especially when it's because of somebody else. And I just hope that if anybody's listening to this and they may be going through the same thing, that maybe you can ponder on that and think about it. You don't want to, think about your journey and wonder, like, damn, like all the things that I want to do, I didn't do. And for what and why? Why did I let the opinions of other people stop me from living my true life and what I wanted to do, or being who I truly wanted to be? Okay. You can do whatever you want to do because this is your life. We were all given our own lives for a reason. We didn't come as a package deal. Okay. So just as I am Erica Taz, you are who you are watching this, and you have the right and the ability to be and do what you truly want to do. Okay. So we have to, even if we're doing it afraid, we have to be ourselves. We have to put ourselves out there, because I also want to say we have a duty to do it, right? We have a duty to show people that, hey, um you get this one life in this vessel, and you can truly be free in it. Okay, because when we're not living life for ourselves, then we're not being free and we're not being true to who we are. So I want to task everybody, and like I said, I'm just as afraid as you guys. That's why I'm stumbling on my words and everything, but I'm letting it go. So try one thing. We can start small. So I do have some notes, right? We could try one thing that's going to push us out of our comfort zone and allow us to kind of let go of the fear a bit of being seen. So what do I have? What's the one way that we can start? So the first thing is try to be vulnerable in front of at least two people that you trust. So tell them something vulnerable about yourself and then see how they react. Okay. And if you chose the right two people, then they should be able to show you that it's okay. Wow, it wasn't as hard or like daunting as I thought it would be opening up to these two people or to these people that I trust. And wow, so being vulnerable is a good thing and not a bad thing, okay? What else? What's one other thing I think we can try? So we said practicing vulnerability, recognizing your worth. That's most importantly. That's most important. Recognize your worth, okay? So I'm here to tell you, if anybody has ever told you that you were worth less or that you don't really amount to anything, which I hope that y'all not going through that. I really do. I really hope y'all not going through that. But that you don't amount to anything, or you're not going to be anything. Those people are most likely projecting their own feelings about themselves. And I also hope that they heal as well. But I'm here to tell you that's absolutely not true. You do amount to everything because you are everything. We're all everything and one at the same time. So knowing your worth, okay? You are worth something if you've been placed here on this earth. Nobody has been placed here for no reason at all. Okay, we all serve a purpose. So if you serve a purpose, and that is worth right then and there. Yes. If you saw like Shani, that diva said, I appreciate you. Yes, knowing your worth is so important. Absolutely. Also, with knowing your worth, that could take away some of that fear. You already know that you're worthy. So when you step on that stage and you press record or go live on your camera, or if you're writing that book, or if you're running that marathon, whatever you choose to do, whatever you're called to do or passionate about, know that you're already worthy no matter what the outcome is. I could have came on here and just fumbled completely. Okay, I judged myself a lot during the video. I'm just being real with y'all because that's what I feel like I should be doing, is being real with you guys. So I was worried about my lighting. I was worried, but I know that I was worthy to share a message with you guys, and that I was worthy to get on this live and talk to you guys. And some of you may listen to this message and relate to the things that I'm saying. Maybe some of the things that I said are going to be helpful for you. So that is the point. That's the point of my journey of being here. You have a point to your journey as well. If you need to find out what that point is, that's okay. If you don't know at this point, that is totally okay. Okay. That doesn't make you less worthy because you don't know what your true passion is yet, or what it is at this moment. Okay, because we can have tons of passions at different times, and kind of ignite different passions throughout our life. Okay. So I want to leave you with that homework. Try to open up to somebody that you trust, okay? And you'll know because you have that intuition. We all have it. So open up to one or two people that you trust to start small if you're working on being less afraid to be yourself. And know that you are worthy. If you need help in using tools to know your worth, thank you. And that's for everybody. Vulnerability is a superpower. If anybody makes you feel bad because you're being vulnerable or expressing yourself to somebody, totally ignore that. Like I said earlier, 4 agreements. Don't take anything personal or to heart, because you know that truly inside that you opening up to other people and being a light to other people is a superpower, like Shani the goddess said, and also it is what makes you wonderful and make you unique and impactful in such a positive way. More people need that. Okay. Yeah, so you have your homework, guys. Definitely know your worth. Yeah, the tools. You can use affirmations as a tool. You can use meditation sitting with yourself. Because sometimes when we get all these thoughts in our head, when we're having that inner monologue, like I spoke about earlier, where we saying negative things or negative things are coming up, like, damn, I'm never going to do this, or I'm never going to get to 100K followers. I'm never going to get to 3,000 video views, or that's not going to happen, or whatever. Whenever we have that negative monologue in our head, that's when we should be exercising those tools of worthiness. Okay, no. That is not the truth. You literally can do anything. Anything that you're meant to do on this journey, you can do. I'm not telling people to go like believing they can fly, okay, off of buildings. Let's be a little rational here. But but most of the dreams and stuff, or the desires that you have, you can truly achieve them, and you'll know, because your intuition, you'll sit with yourself when you're sitting still. You'll know what truly is meant for you and what you should be doing. Just on those days when you're not feeling your best, do not let the negative talk kind of deter you from that. Okay. So like me, I could have been like, oh man, let me get off of this live. Like it's not popping like that, or whatever the case may be. But I pushed myself and was like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it. Bad lighting and all, I don't care. Okay. Cause I want to practice what I preach. All right. So put yourself out there more. Trust me, people need to see you. People need to hear from you. People need to experience you. Okay. You could be the light that inspires others. Let this be a domino effect. Okay. So as I pass this message on to you, maybe passed on to others, this your girl Erica Taz. If you want to see other moments that I've been vulnerable, definitely check out some of my videos. I uploaded a dance video right before going on this live. I had to do a short edit too because there was some music and copyright stuff. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy and that it inspires you to keep pushing yourself forward. Pretty soon I'll be having these kind of like meetups, private meetups virtually on the Clock app. Okay, so if you know what the Clock app is, if you know, you know, but my links are in my channel description. So when we do those private meetups, I will have like kind of like sessions where we all can talk with one another, live videos that are specifically for those group of people. That's going to be coming soon. I will definitely let you guys know. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with your girl. So let's keep on doing what we love to do, what our heart is calling us to do, no matter if we're scared or afraid. Okay, it's time to be seen. We are no longer hiding. We're not hiding ourselves anymore. So let's be the light out here and continue to shine with your girl. All right, peace.